Um, I'm back. Never know how to start these videos, never script them because I'm lazy as fuck. Waiting on a couple of friends to hop on, so might as well record a bit. Not really what you are used to of me, but I've been asked to go through my thought process whilst playing. So I've got this gigantic compilation, which I'm probably going to make members only for a little while, and when I get really desperate for content, I will release it for free. But you'll see most of it in here, obviously. Um, I won't play the entire 50 minutes, of course, that would be too much. But I'm gonna go because it's a compilation of a couple of field matches. Um, the matches itself were very interesting, but the ending was so anticlimactic that I decided not to upload them as separate videos, or it just wasn't enough kills, or the video was too short. If it's under 10 minutes, I'm not uploading it. So basically, this is a compilation of failures and a couple of clips that I haven't uploaded yet because they are too long to upload to my phone and then upload as a short, and too short to upload as a normal video. So this is a compilation of that. I'm gonna react to it, or react. I'm gonna go through my thought process a little. So here there's a player over to my right, and he absolutely shreds my armor. So the player has a sweat skin, the Witcher skin, you know. So that's kind of wanna be. Um, Uppy runs that skin very often as well. So I'm trying to audio bait him because obviously it's got at least a little bit of IQ by breaking the window and not going through it, hoping that he would peek that from roof and thus get confused by opening this side of the apartments for me. If he's looking at this side, I can go at this side, which is what I did. This jump is difficult to make because you have to make sure you don't stub your head on that little balcony. In need of armor, he parachutes over it, which insane game knowledge. To be fair, he did hear the parachute. That was my issue. So here I take a window because I don't want to take roof. He's on roof. If I run to roof without any players and he's got armor piercing rounds, I'm just done for, especially with his game awareness. This was risky, very risky, because he was still on roof. That door was still open, so no cover where I'm grabbing the plates. And with that smoke, but it all went well. Because I didn't get beamed here, I know he isn't watching that, so I can just close the door, get up there, pop a haunted box, and I place myself in this corner here so that I have reaction time for both down below and up there. Because if I'm in here, then look, if I was standing over there and he were to push this, then that would give me more time to hop through this door. Just that split second that is already a game changer. If I was standing more closer to the stairs, not more closely, whatever, then if you were to push through here, through the door, I could go down the stairs faster and either move down further down the stairs and parachute away, or I could go through that door, audio bait with the window and run back, or actually go with the window, opening up more opportunities. But I do not know where he is. He wasn't on roof a second ago, but as we have seen, he can move fast. So, I position myself in a position where I have slightly less time to react, but still like good positioning. It's yeah, leaves the most options open. Because if I am behind that door, like the first position I explained, and he pushes from that door, I have zero time to react. I'm done for. So that is what I was trying to avoid. X4 was called in, as you could see, so that's distracting me. And then big pre-aim. Yeah. Expected roof because he didn't push stairs. I here see the snipers, so with a bit hurried, I go for the finish and immediately prone here so that I don't get sniped. And this guy recognized me. Yeah, he's good at the game. I thought it was Uppy at first. It was Dave. So I pick him up because he's good at the game. UAV pings that guy. I saw him when he was going up on the zip line on the UAV, so yeah, do a little bit of beaming. UAV showed a little arrow above the you see that his bloop. There's a little arrow above it, meaning that he is upstairs, like above me. Teammate takes care of that. Taking care of the AI here. He shoots at my teammate, which attracts my attention. Teammate get absolutely wrecked by a shotgun. I think. Because I did hear a lockwood there. So that scares me. Just giving French call-outs to this guy here now. Yeah. Here he says, son of a bitch, behind me, on me. And then I said, I'm not behind you. And then with a skill issue, I tried saying I'm behind your mother, which I know it's rude, but it's psychological warfare. So he just claiming that I don't speak French, which I don't speak French, just I know a couple of words.
Shut that kid up, please. Audio issues, man.
Audio really distracts me. It just turns my brain off. I'm sorry. That is a skill issue of mine. It's not really something I can help yet. Like, I need footsteps. Okay, so cover. Here, I want to get away because I'm getting held from the other apartments. I'm afraid that there's still a sniper up there. So I jump. Unfortunately, without his bow. See that guy running there, so I pre-aim that. He didn't push that. And of course, the moment I turn around, I get beamed. I still don't know where from. Breaking my fall with the window slightly. Getting back to high ground. I don't know how that guy didn't see me, but yeah, free kill. Thank you very much. Wanted to re-peek that, but I was messing around with the buttons. So that was horrible. And the STB obviously isn't too fast for time to kill, so would have been a bad re-peek. Like with less plays than that guy. Here we do a bit of beaming. Yeah, the SCB is fantastic, it doesn't have any recoil. The time to kill is low, I don't give a shit. So you can see him moving into the building, into the stairs. So here I hop to the other side of the apartments to hold the stairs. This is a fantastic position. On both buildings, you can hold the entire opposite building from just the balcony. Got beamed from over there somewhere. Apparently balcony, because it didn't push. He would have pushed if he was all the way up top. Plating up first. Should have thrown a smoke, but I didn't because I didn't see the guy anymore. Absolutely whiffed that knife. I didn't know why he re-picked that.
We do not talk about that knife.
And I completely forgot about my teammate, to be honest. I'm not used to playing in teams, I'm sorry. And especially with everyone and everything muted because of that audio issue earlier on. You couldn't let it be known either. Couldn't let me know. Anyway, this guy backed off pretty far. I thought he was gonna go hop up on the roof here after he repositioned from over there, because normally that's what you do. You move back, you repeat from a different angle. That's what I do, because if I move back here, then I expect someone to not flank, to push me, like, after me, because, well, that's what you do. So I try to walk around and do a little ring around the rose and then appear behind them before they can push me. If that's understandable now. I hope it is, and yeah, words. So yeah, free beam on that guy. New person pushing in. Hello. And that is a full team. Whoops. Too much AI here. Knifing because I don't feel like reloading. Getting recognized for some reason. Okay, so I want to play that first, obviously. Don't want to get hit by AI. Then I want to move because there's too much AI there and the roof is occupied as well. If I push to the roof after going through all of that AI, I lose my plates. I push, I'm dead. So we reposition to opposite so we can get a bit of a beam going on. Heroes should have revived. I did. How the fuck did I not see that? Little beam, got beamed by them. Like, they're good players, they're just mad filthy for using shotguns the way they do. They would be so much better if they just leave their shotguns on the ground, but they don't because they're bitches. I'm still fed up. So here you heard a parachute real quick, so I'll move. Do not feel like getting stuck on AI as always. Skill issues. I should have picked up the decoy as well. But yeah. Didn't feel like facing someone pushing with a shotgun when his teammates could still be holding me down from this building. So yeah, I see two on that building. I know there's at most one left on the building that where I was. This was a horrible parachute. Should have parachute like that, not like that. But I only later on realized that the buy station was here. So I was initially moving out to a power plant, which would have been bad because I would have been out in the open on that hill and could have been beamed from apartments by the third guy who potentially was still in that other building. So that was a mistake, but I got lucky. But explosives on my MCPR because one-shot capabilities. Except that this one actually takes skill in the slightest. Can't aim for shit though, can I? Really not. I'm sorry for the quality. PlayStation doesn't allow for more quality, more resolution. I'm currently recording this on my PC, but I can't stream, record, and play COD on my PC at the same time. Still setting up the Elgato. Gotta resolve that sometime soon. Whiffing my snipes. Because that's what I do. Decent parachute, a bit too risky on the outside and that side when there's people over there. He'd already moved from over there, but I wasn't sure. Here, the zipline behind me. Pre-aim. Here's shots behind me as well, so I reposition. Want to take the window, move over to a different building, fall down because I'm an nincompoop, and get stuck between 1, 2, 3 shotgun users. There was another one in this building. But basically, I heard the guy dropping down there. I knew he was going to push in because he heard my footsteps down below. So I was standing behind the door waiting for him to push in so that I could immediately push out. Use this as a piece of cover whilst he was turning around. And then maybe either with mantling would have been difficult, do the same thing back, take the stairs, climb all the way back up. Or go through this window. And then, depending on where I heard his footsteps, either get out of that window and take the zip line up, or get back through that door on the inside here and take the stairs up, move over to this building, push it over to this building, take this roof, do a reposition, and then keep my distance from the shotguns. But yeah, if I popped out of that window and heard him on the staircase, would have taken a zip. That would have been somewhat safe, especially when he's holding a shotgun. could have parachuted over to that building, same thing. But yeah, too many shotgun users.
And you will leave in pieces.
Fucking wobs. This is just me being arrogant. I heard it. I thought it was funny. He said,
And
"I
you
come
will
in
leave in
peace."
pieces.
I keep fucking up the audio. I'm sorry.
It's just loud.
He did turn around in time. I keep fucking it up. I'm so sorry.
Come in peace.
And you will leave in pieces.
Hey, man.
Hello.
Masurai.
Just kidding, man. I'm gonna die. I've not been playing well today.
No, you won't.
And I've got music playing, so I can't hear footsteps. But yeah.
Um, person on roof there, so he likes high ground. I move behind that little building, meaning that I have cover. He obviously doesn't want to push around that because that's a funnel of death. I could be holding that from the little head glitch that is the AC.
And you will
This.
leave in pieces.
Look, if you push through this and there's a guy standing behind those AC units, that is an easy head glitch kill. This, not a chance. You should never push this unless this guy holding this is not suspecting anything. If he's clueless, yeah, sure, go for it. If he's horrible at the game, yeah, you could try it. If you've got a stun, if you've got a smoke, maybe, yeah. Otherwise, always take the other side.
Hello.
Masurai.
Either you pop a smoke or a stun if you're coward. Stuns from the back cowardly, just stun with one shot. You tick it against that little wall, the all the way outer one right there. And then you make them expect a push from over there with that. Then you flank. Either you take the ridge over there, you walk over it, and you flank from this side, or you climb on top. So that's basically.
Just kidding, man.
Look, I know this guy. Kind of. I know he's somewhat decent. He was holding that. He had nice beams.
Man, I'm gonna.
So obviously he knows, or at least feels, that this is a bad idea and this is a good
Die.
one. So when I move here,
I've not been playing well today.
he expects me behind the vent. Now he doesn't anymore, but that is alright because he's already in his action of pushing. So I know he's going to be either on that ridge or on the block.
No, you won't.
And
Well,
I've
not
got
no,
music
but
playing, so I can't hear
expect.
footsteps.
It's just,
But
it's common sense,
How we
this
doing
game
anyway,
knowledge.
Mas?
yeah. Raging, as always.
With the jump. Which is a good thing, because he had AP rounds. If I was mounting there, I would have been dead. So here, simply just breaking the line of sight with the wob. And if the wob decides to push, he's either going to be on this side or he's going to be on this side. And whatever he decides to do, I'm going to be on the other side. If he pushes over here, I hop from... Height difference is also a thing. You don't have to monitor if you're on the same height. So if I jump from here to here, then that's safe. If he decides to push over here, he's on a lower level, so he would have to mount on this little wall right here to push me from over there. Unless he moves over here and then just does a one pump, which would once again block his line of sight from me with this pillar, so I could move around. Whatever I do, I'm gonna jump past him. I'm gonna make sure that he would have to. If this is his line of sight, and there's a pillar right here, and he moves over to this side, then his line of sight would be more over here. I would, this being his FOV, by the way, field of view, I would jump past here, be behind him, and thus giving the slowest possible rotation before he can aim to me. This gives me more time. Time is key. Even a millisecond can save your life. And if he decides to move around on this side and thus make his FOV like there, then I jump around on this side and I'm once again behind him. More efficiently even because he's like more parallel, not parallel. You know, this is flat. You can move past it pretty easily. And then you're once again behind them. Yeah. This is, can I highlight eraser? There we go. Ta-da. Fantastic.
Hostile UAV in the area.
So yeah,
Ultra One, be advised, targeting operators will put a bounty on your head.
the most difficult wobs to face are not the wobs that you see at point blank.
Ultra One,
They're the
activity
ones
is
at
increasing
medium
near your
range, where
location.
they can
Stay alert.
spam their shotgun and get damage when you turn your back around. Quick little finish.
Activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
You hear footsteps right there. He missed the knife, which is lucky. He didn't know where it was. And then you take the head glitch and beam the wall. Head glitches are ideal. I only had a couple of rounds left, so it was better for me to shoot headshots there and take my time. And it was the third. Could have been a platoon, but I added it because if you look at the time, it's only 1.5 minutes in. Yeah. You can see you got a parachuting. That's a decent parachute and bunny skin, so probably a decent opponent. I've got a 2-plate. You spawned in with a 2-plate. And there's the second one, also with the 2-plate. Mad annoying, because that makes for not a 1-plate difference, but a 2-plate difference. 50 HP per plate, meaning that they total, stacking by the way, like together, very closely together, holding hands. They have 100 HP more than I do, and I have an STB, which has a very slow time to kill. Meaning that if I'm going to want to win this, I'm going to have to confuse them. They've also got AP rounds. I'm gonna have to be fast. I'm gonna have to be surprising. So, plus mine first. Was meaning to throw that outside so that they could not be in front of the door. I hear the footsteps on top of the roof. I smoke. And unexpectedly push. Throwing knife one of them. And peek again. And then just nice beams. Mid jump, you can't shoot as accurately. Because you can't really IDS, can you?
Nie. Oj, szli tak koleś.
Super Neil.
Dobra,
Repeat a
kurwa,
couple of
odpalony,
times.
ten
Get
folder
sniped.
A on leży.
This snipe is nice. Just run. I hear footsteps in the staircase below me.
Wiedziałem.
Can't beat roof yet. Shots below, so the 2 players. It was just... It's kind of like intuition, I suppose. After you move away from roof, roof is once again a danger zone. It is... Like, you've got... In the military, you know, when... after they clear a room, they shout clear. Yeah, the moment you leave that room and its entrance is unguarded, it's not clear anymore. You didn't know if there's enemies or not. So you're going to expect people on the roof, especially after a mortar strike. People push after mortar strikes, UAVs, advanced UAVs, and airstrikes. It's just what they do. So after a mortar strike, you can expect someone on the roof. You can always expect someone on the roof, but especially after a mortar strike. So I peeked the zipline, which was lucky as fuck. Insane timing. Call me a cheater if you want, but I've already proven that I don't cheat.
Fuck off, kurwa, dziwko.
But the fucking pre-aims are insane on this one.
Mówiłem ci, że to spalone.
So you remember the guy who was on hill? I didn't want to get sniped.
Że medyka miał.
Look, if you stand here, you can't get sniped from that hill. You can get sniped from this hill. So if you're gonna go out, you're gonna go and clear the first danger first. So once again, when I was peeking that the first time, first danger zipline, that's the fastest. I didn't hear anyone on the stairs, so he can't come from there. I didn't hear a parachute, so he couldn't have come from that building either. He couldn't have come from the stronghold because I didn't hear AI shooting. I did hear shooting below me earlier on, but there was that AI, and I should have kept in mind it could have had dead silence. If it did, I would have been fucked. But yeah. So clearing it one by one, you get out. You first clear this little piece of roof. Zipline is the most imminent danger because if there's someone on the zipline, you're going to be up there unexpectedly. Then you're going to go and clear around if you might have heard a parachute or what's shooting in the stronghold. If not, then you're going to clear the hill because the hill is an imminent danger, especially if there is a sniper. Another like the next one, if I would have pushed further onto this roof, which I didn't have a reason to unless I wanted to look at over here, if anyone would have been pushing from a hillside over to the building, would have been an easy beam because I didn't have any cover there. And I'm standing in the middle of AI. Then I would have first checked that hill as well, because then that would have been a danger for me if I was beaming down there. Now, clearing the stairs. Just level by level, by level by level. Once again, hill.
O, no i tak, kurwa.
It's just a
Przed
constant
ścianą
pre-aiming,
jest
man.
jeszcze, nie?
You think where can my enemies be, and then you aim at it.
Fuck, cheater. Jest tu jakiś wysyp, kurwa, ci cheaterujesz? Czy o co tu chodzi?
Nearby operators are looking for additional teammates.
English.
Kurwa, dobra, chuj, już się połam pierwszy
Very nice.
dojebie.
Ultra One, killing operators will put a
So that guy bleeds out. The guy below me says English, is being friendly, so
Chociaż kilka ma. A, nie
yeah,
zobaczę kilka.
fair. What was it again? Was it
Jest tu jakiś wysyp, kurwa, ci
If I was to join,
cheaterujesz?
was
O
it-
co tu chodzi?
nearby operators
wants to join your squad?
are
Okay, I
looking
should have
for
accepted
additional
that.
teammates on
Co
your
zobaczę?
head.
Like I said, see, look, if I... The cluster mine explodes, yeah? Giving 3 plates of damage inside the stairwell. And now if I shoot here,
Can you get?
I would have still been called a cheater if I had shots there, but I didn't. And now that isn't an argument for me. It's I'm not gonna go into this.
I tried to join about 20 times.
Yes, I know, and I'm horribly sorry.
Can you get us up?
Absolutely.
There you go.
could.
I'm down here. I'm here. I'm
I
here.
think that's
I did
right
send
about
it.
what I
I did
said.
send, that's fair enough.
I was telling him that I just wanted his loot, and then
Oh.
because I didn't show the rest of that. Why didn't I? Fuck. Basically, I didn't wanna blindly accept him into my team because he might have had a shotgun, and I just really don't. No, just no. No Bryson players on my team.
Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in this area.
This is always a tricky area to fight in because you've got the spawns over there, and normally there's a guy sniping from over there, which you really don't want to get sniped when you're over here out in the open because you're immediately gonna get finished as well. They might push. Basically, what people here do is either they get the jet ski or they just swim over to ship, or they push behind that ridge, stay behind it, and then get on land, like near where that HVT spawns. In the little bathroom thingamajiggy. Or they just instantly push. Often to that building, or to the little ridge down here. If you've got AI over here, the best you can do from that spawn is push over here and then parachute in like that. Which is, I believe, what I did in here. If there's no AI over there, then you can just rush over there and hold that as a head glitch. The little fences. They attack high ground for no reason whatsoever, other than that it looks cool. Right, so bit of movement Fortunately, they're horrible at sniping. No one ever expects you over here, so you can just hold this if you think people are gonna push through the tunnel. Even if you don't think they're gonna push through it, you can just ignore them. There was somehow I win the beam in on that guy.
We'll put a bounty contract on your head.
Sure. How did I know he was there? I think it was just holding angles. Yeah, so I finished that guy.
Bounty contract on your head.
There was only one sniper, so that means 2 pushing. I just look in that general direction to see movement. Fair. Look, it's just look around as much as you can. You can expect them over there, behind there, to give cover to his teammates, or you can expect him still over there sniping. You can expect him along the ridge sniping. You can expect him over there flanking over to the staircase to flank you. You can expect him on the other side of the building already pushing around. You can expect him in the little tunnel. You can expect him everywhere. So you look everywhere.
Enemy UAV overhead.
You take high ground and extend your field of view as far as possible. And you see him over there. And then you beam him over there. And then you check over here because finish. And you don't peek it from there, because then you obstruct your own field of view. You jump over to an exterior, and then from there you beam. Because if he were alive, he first of all, like self-revived, he wouldn't expect you to be over here. And he would probably be sitting in that corner, which you can't see him from over there, because that is in the way. So there you would have been safe. You would have had to jump down, which if you jump down, your aim is shit. So don't do that. Keep high ground for as long as possible. And here I jump down, because I'm gonna have to push that guy anyways. But they're already pleading, so the chances of him having the self-revive are quite slim. Still moving between like decent pieces of cover. All of them head glitchable, all of them, if you dolphin dive behind it or prone behind it, you've got cover. Covered's got you covered. So yeah, easy kill.
Ultra One, activity has increased
Here's
in the
self-revive.
area. Keep your eyes open.
Kind of as expected, did that a bit too riskily, but
Ultra
yeah.
One, an operator is
Luckily found a
requesting
backpack,
medical near your
so I
location.
can stay with a sniper, because I'm not gonna run around with a bullshit sniper if I don't have access to my fists. Don't want to be slower than... What's slow?
Got a hit on a heavily armored target with a
I don't know, man, gym trains.
position is on your tac map. Engaging your discretion.
Yeah, pushing. Every once in a while I change these routes,
Near your location.
because I think they're more efficient just to try it out.
Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in your area.
So normally I would drive around the other side of the hotel and follow the road all the way over here and then just drive up to the zipline and take the zipline. Now the zipline might be held, might be being held. So what I now would rather do is just do this little jump here where you lean out of the vehicle and after that you press the button which lets you get out of the vehicle. Now, if you want to perform this, I highly recommend you've got your settings on prioritize interact. It's quite useful. So you only have to press the button once. There's a down. I very desperately go for the finish on the down, and my lucky ass just immediately, free kill, free kill. Didn't do shit for it, didn't even expect it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna watch that in slow-mo. I wanna see what really happened there, if I even realized it. So, the downed person is crawling there, obviously for a reason. Either to get into cover, he is either hiding from something over there, or he is getting into cover to get revived. Now, because there's a plead there, I expect people there, so he might have just been beamed across the apartments. So what I do is I immediately get behind the door, rather than getting beamed. to close off, because most people, if they peek from behind that little building on the other side, as closely to the wall as possible. And then I go for the finish. This would have missed. Okay, so I do flick it, but yeah, okay, cool, reaction time.
Also be advised, killing operators will mark
Sure,
you
free
as
kill.
a bounty target.
Not even paying attention for what might be there. But once again, you saw the short pre-aiming over there.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Staying on low ground for this one. I think I heard shotgun shots over on the apartment, not apartment, in the stronghold.
Location and requesting
Okay, so got sniped from over there. That's gonna be bullshit. Like, there's not really anything I wanna deal with. Whiffing the snipes because, of course.
Ultra One, be advised, targeting operators will put a bounty on your head.
Footsteps, stairs, towards stairs. Not stairs, okay, sure, can't hear shit apparently. Oops. Oh, I keep the imported tea by the way, because you can trade that on Ashika for muni boxes. The bartering system. Let's check your bodies. Oops. This is also the reason I don't use IP runs anymore. Like, you'll see them back in old footage, when I upload all the videos you'll see them as well. I do think I've still got quite a couple with IP runs that I'm gonna upload. But, I'm not gonna use them anymore in the future. Already been doing without them for like a week, maybe two. Somewhat whiffed snipe. I did not expect him to stay there for the beams. This was stupid. I should have stayed behind the building. Should have taken the stairs, and then the stun was really just next level. Yippee! So yeah, too desperate. Just slowly but surely, whilst in cover, getting a couple of beams down,
Bounty target.
peeking through little openings. Not to expose myself to too much, but to slowly widen my FOV.
Will mark you as a bounty
You ever
target.
played a game of door kickers? Probably not, it costs quite a bit of money. But yeah, basically that's what you want to do. Accidentally fell down.
Ultra One, activity
Did
has
get the
increased.
headshot on the same.
Eyes open.
And then luckily with the last bullet.
Good job.
Okay, so he was being nice, but you've got a riot shield, please. Didn't put me in moral questions like that. Moral thingamajiggies, whatever. So here, the reason why I was lying there is, first of all, I was AFK. Second of all, I believe there was, yeah, that
Hostile
boat.
UAV in the area. Hostile advanced UAV
It was a different
deployed.
team. Lucky knife.
One kill confirmed. Too many of those.
Uh-oh.
Put a bounty contract on
Okay.
your head.
And of course they think I'm cheating, because they have no brain cells, because they are wobs. As if they would understand skill. he's in the water, gonna get a couple of peeks at him, not gonna push him. Takes too much time, the rest of the island would already be dead. That's 2 of them. Could very well be a pre-made. I didn't know. Because this team hadn't pled yet, nor had they left, I don't think at least. Hostile soldiers cheating, is that you tonight or whatever skin? Yeah, sure man, sure. If that helps you cope, go for it, believe that. Fantastic.
Cool. Hello, Philip. Hello, JP.
Saying hi to chat.
But the knives are lucky. It's inconsistent as fuck.
Precisely, there's no any luck. There were flicks, knife released mid-flick. Gonna skip a bit here. So you see the UAV. It opened map earlier, I believe. So, yeah. So immediately open the map. Either he is shooting whilst stealthed, or he is in a vehicle. Normally, it's out spawns there, so I'm assuming vehicle. That team is shooting that team. That team is out in the open. That team isn't. Both teams could parachute in on me. That is my goal. I want to get them to push me because I'm a horrid sniper and I like it when teams push me. What I don't want is either of these teams taking each other out, because that would mean less kills for me, which would also mean less clickbait on the video, and yeah, no thank you. I've still got to get to my content, eh? So, they're parachuting in on power plant. That was one of the luckiest snipes of my life. Kill confirmed, meaning that power got the kill. They luckily kept their distance.
Advanced UAV is bingo fuel. RTB at this time. Ultra One, be advised. Targeting operators will put a bounty on your head.
After that, obviously you move in. I should have parachuted over to this, but I was afraid to get beamed by a power plant. Just at all times, try to keep a couple of obstacles between you and people in power positions on high ground with walls fortified, protected by AI and mines potentially. Yeah, just that. And they've jumped down, which isn't really smart. Allows me to shoot them. Unfortunately, AI is also shooting me, which means that I get flinch and can't snipe, basically. I already can't snipe, but especially with AI shooting at me. So now I've betrayed my position. Not betrayed. That's the Dutch word. That was an ex-furler culture, I believe. One team less. I'm not going to care about it because I saw and caught only one person, meaning that it's literally just -1 kill on my total count. Sure, go for it. If you're a solo exfil, I don't care. Enjoy. And if you don't let your exfil because I don't have anything better to do than kill you, then I will pick you up unless you've got a shotgun. Of course. Those are the rules. With that finish, with that other down as well, with literally everything in. Crack! Getting ready to skip here in a bit. Repositioning. They've got snipers, they know where I am at. So I want to be in a different position. I also saw them closing in. Closing in is dangerous. Once they're in these hills and you're on a tower, you don't have cover. They do. That is bad. That is really bad. So I move over here to get a line of sight on that open field where they might be flanking. Meaning that that piece of cover between them, the ridge, between them and the tower where they think I'm at, turns into an obstacle for them, which they cannot mount onto, and thus cannot take cover on the other side, and turns into an open field for me, so I can shoot clay pigeons. And I'm not very accurate, but because they can't move, it might get some easy kills for me. And I can just easily jump off of this building and parachute over there, which I do right now because I can, like, once again made my own position known, which is bad because out in the open. So yeah, I kind of try to do the same thing, but on the in the other direction. I try to have another look at those bodies from earlier on. I don't know why he was there, but I don't mind if I do. And here they've caught on to me. Which means once again reposition. Only 6th place. I didn't like that. I bought more plates. I moved to apartments because, well, you know me. I love the apartments.
Ultra One, enemy threat appears low in your area.
Okay, we're about halfway. I'm gonna do the first 25 minutes. I'm gonna finish this game, do one more clip, and then keep the rest for later, because otherwise it's anticlimactic. Make a part 2 of this or something.
Oh, uma puta. Ai, tu queres brincar?
Blah 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 blah. I don't understand that language. Thus it's distracting rather than useful. So, he's out in the open, but so am I. I hear footsteps on the stairs. I didn't want to somehow get someone who gets a lucky snipe on me. That would mean I instantly die to the guy on the stairs. So I moved back, keep sniping, try to get a hold on the person on the other side, which I do here. I want to get a finish there, so I jump over, negate the piece of cover, because he is behind that little building to take cover from me on this building. So if he is behind there, then rather than shoot from here, what I can better do is just rotate around, and this is my field of view. You see that little arrow? That's my field of view. Gonna move that so that I can look behind his cover, which is really useful, especially when he's getting revived.
Ah, foda-se! Vai,
Expect a
caralho,
repeat.
para contra o gajo, o que é que estás a fazer?
What language is that? I've got to listen. Footsteps. Pushing. Let's go. Yeah, man. Go for the flank. Very well. So, I heard him push over there. Either behind that building right now, about to re-peek me over there because he heard the door. Going to climb up in that building. Or push around this side. It would be stupid to push this because I've got a head glitch. But he doesn't know I've got the head glitch. He might think I'm running behind him. In which case, the re-peek would be fantastic because he can catch me mid-sprint. Another thing that would be useful is taking the high ground and going around this because you would catch me from behind. Those are the two options. On the other hand, if you're not fast enough with either one of these, then I've already run around the building and I'm in your back. So, I have no clue what he's going to do. All options are good for him. Except for this one. I don't see him peeking that. I've cleared the entire range. So the odds of him doing that are smaller than the odds of him doing this because this takes more time, you know. So like, yeah. I hope you understand. Now, I have no clue what he's going to do because it's taken him way too long. He should have already peeked something. I don't know what, but something. So I'm just going to peek everything. Peek, pre-aim. Now there's footsteps in the stairwell. There he was. There is another guy. Now I've got to take cover. Because if I'm over there, then let me... If I'm on this side of the block, I've got cover from this guy. If I'm on this side of the block, I've got cover from that guy. But I don't have cover from both of them at the same time. Meaning that no matter what, over here, I'm gonna get pinched. I don't want that. Nuh-uh. So first I cover the snakes in the hope that that guy would push and I could just, with a drop shot, stay on him, finish that kill, and then focus on the guy on the other building. Would have been ideal, didn't happen. So then we reposition. Because if I'm behind this building, I can hold this part of the building. all of it on the roof, and I can't get hit by that. I could also just turn around a little bit and bully that guy, wait for this guy to push, and then hold him from the AC unit. I flied up inside, hoping for this guy to chase, because door, audio clue, hello. And he does. So we jump the door and immediately take cover, head glitch behind this. Stick close to the wall to get the finish. Immediately check over there. Are they parachuting yet? Not yet. He is on top though. They're probably pushing. Like, if you're gonna beam over to the other side, there's no reason to stand all the way up top. You're just opening yourself up too much. So yeah, he pushed.
Enemy bomb drone is in the area.
Bomb drone. Fuck. Never mind. Big preamps. Yeah, footsteps, you see a person pushing, but this is a different skin than the guy who was parachuting over from there. We already know there is four. This once again just confirms it, because there's a guy here who have downed. There's another person somewhere on this building, and there's a person beaming from this building. One is already down.
Fucking shitter, you know exactly where I am.
Yeah, no shit. You were louder and was really loud. I don't know, he's really loud.
We'll put a bounty on your
Right, so international team, Russian guy, wasn't speaking Russian, meaning that his other teammates are probably randoms.
head.
Footsteps above me. That is one of the people who's pushed. The smoke did throw my aim assist off. So two of them have pushed now. This was a different skin already. I've isolated myself here. One of them pushes closer to that side. You can see him running in that direction. Like further away. There, like that, like that. He's pushing over to that. So I've isolated myself by standing behind here. Down the guy. Have to reload. Now what could he do if he's over there? He could either jump up on the building, push behind me, or push back from this side. The worst case scenario is him being behind a head glitch. So I want to get behind a head glitch. Now what I would do nowadays, what I would do now that I can think about it is pop a smoke over there. But I didn't think. I just did. He wasn't even there? Well, that's stupid. Of me, not of him. So yeah, head glitch. Okay, so I see him jump. Okay. Overthinking, I suppose. Cool. In that case, I'm really sorry for wasting your time. That's dumb. It's also 4 kills.
Near your location and requesting med.
Insta-pop UAV to check if there's no one third-partying. We made quite a lot of noise and it took us quite a bit of time. So if anyone were to want action, they would push in and now be here. But they're not. They're far away. They're not even appearing on the map. We're in about the direction of, let's say, Beach Club, Port.
That's easy to say. There's a lot of hostile soldiers.
Yeah, there's too many hostile soldiers. What have people got against hostile soldiers?
Listen, I'm gonna see if I can wipe the map on my own. If I can, and then at the end of the game you're still here, I will pick you up, okay? There's a lot of ifs, don't watch me.
Blah blah blah, bullshit happening. UAV says people on hotel. Sweet Peak Hotel. Ow. Never peeked the same angle twice when sniping.
Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO.
Don't see him on hotel anymore. I'm gonna get rid of that AI so that I'm not getting noticed when pushing, but I suck at the game.
Bruh.
No, there's more
Used to
AI.
know for
Fantastic.
sure I didn't have aimbot.
So yeah, if you think I've got aimbot, that is literally just shut the fuck up. There's plenty of proof that I don't. Yeah, but you've got a panel, blah 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 blah. Brother, I play on PlayStation. Hush. Okay, so push, 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 push. Horrible knife. Now everyone knows that I'm here. Kids, stop spamming the chat, please. Helicopter shoots, you can push to wherever the helicopter is shooting. Now here, I get distracted. I'm in 2 UAVs, that is annoying thing number 1. AI shooting me, that's annoying thing number 2. Helicopter is making a lot of noise, that is annoying thing number 3. I can't hear shit, I'm not focused, I'm losing track of this guy. Again. I lost count of how many annoying things. This guy is also putting on pressure, I have to reply at some point. Because I didn't want to disappoint people, of course. And he wasn't a wob, so yeah. Whiffing shots, it's also annoying. AR's closing in, lost track of that guy. It's building up, you know, the frustration is there. It shouldn't be there, but there is also pressure for me to successfully round up this game. Now there is just one guy over here, if I remembered correctly, and there was, I think, a second guy somewhere else. Now that's 2 solos. Is that really worth it? The game has already taken almost 15 minutes. Now, if I want a good video, and I want good retention, I need to have good PvP with me against a team, and not me just chasing some solo with everything working against me. As in environmental things, things like AI, helicopters, me missing jumps. So he's now on ship. Oh no, not yet. Okay. AI nicking my plates. Oh, that's not the kid.
Ah, poor dude.
So yeah, that is that made me feel obligated to pick him up. So now I've got pressure from multiple things reacting to this guy, picking this guy up, and this guy up on ship. He needs to be dead, because if I leave him be, move back to pick up this guy, then the V is kind of ruined. Retention is going to be shit. I don't remember what I told this guy, but something like I'm on my way. And then did that. I'm horrible at driving, by the way. Lockwoods are a thing. That guy, I believe he had a Lockwood. Might have been an MCPR. But no, I'm backing off there because I think that guy having a good gaming session is more important than me getting a video. Yeah, that's a Lockwood. So I'm trying to get sniped, but once again, I'm horrible at sniping. This guy is being pretty decent at the game. Now at this point, I've forgotten about the other solo.
Fuck off.
I'm just gonna back off. AI, if you hit me, I'm gonna be one shot for
As
one.
if,
So
man.
please don't.
AI, go away.
Everything's bothering me here.
Threat level is high in this AO. Expect contact.
Getting up in castle, ready to pick up the plea. I didn't see the plea anymore. That is worrying me a little bit. Here the Wilson is shooting. Not at me, and I hear footsteps. I didn't see him to my left, so I push up higher. And surely there he already is. Skill issues. 0 game awares. 0. None. I didn't want to get sniped by that Lockwood, obviously. That would have meant death, because I can't crawl away to cover quickly enough. Didn't want to get shot up by the Wilson, so that guy with the Lockwood knew where I was. And then there's another solo. Don't even have the time to react. Skill issue, but it sucks. I both failed this dude, Because I know how it feels to have a horrible last game. You want to get something out of that. Both didn't kill this dude, who was like, you know, he was kind of pissing me off. Would have been a good fight. Because he was good with that Lockwood. And I would have wanted to see who's better, obviously. You know. And then this guy just shows up out of nowhere.
Prepare your body.
Should have been more careful. No, it's still become a video. I just wanted to see how many kills it was. 10. Could have been 12. Wouldn't have been too good, but sure. Right, one more clip and then we'll go. This should be a short one. Reposition for the finish.
He finished me.
Leaving the sniper and the guy below me alone. The guy below me, I want to keep distance just in case he has a shotgun. Here I do a risky move. I just want to clear the bottom of the apartment so that I can move up. Because I know he's above me, I just heard his footsteps. It's not on this level. So we take the zip. For as shortly of an amount of time as possible, because otherwise you hear the zip. Now, that is unfortunate. That is very fortunate. Whenever you get downed on that zip line, either you move back ever so slightly so you land on the fence, that is going to make you bounce backwards, and it won't get you cover, but it will break your fall. You'll be 1 HP, but you'll be alive. If you have a self-revive and the guy upstairs is distracted, you can pull it off. You can survive. You can also, if you're not instantly dead when you're up there, jump a little bit to the side, and if you're lucky, you land on that pole, which is what I did. Not pole, the lighting thing, lamp. So yeah, lucky me.
It's not lucky, it's skill.
Definitely, for real, for real. I heard footsteps. I have no clue if it's below me or above me. Until I heard him sliding. Because I did hear how far away it was. This staircase, not this one. These are both approximately the same proximity to me. Within the same proximity. Whatever. Alliteration. Fuck off. Close. Very close. Either one of these staircases close. But you can hear him sliding. Because of the length of the slide, you can hear him sliding down. Not sliding up. That's a shorter slide. Because momentum. And also, no one slides upstairs. No one does. So you know he's coming from up to down. Mostly that last part. So, yeah. He's close. You can hear him sliding up to down. Pre-end throw knife. Hit the throw knife. Finish the kill. That was a rather short clip, but yeah, sure. This one, this is a bit of a longer video, I think. Pretty sure. So I'll keep the last, what, 15 minutes for another time. Might overanalyze that and then do another video. This one has taken long enough. No one's gonna watch this. Right. Well, a couple of you, of course, because you're legends. But most people click off the moment they see a video longer than 20 minutes. Anyway, see you lads. I hope you enjoyed.